In the dark, shadowed corners of time, many stories have taken root and blossomed. Tales of heroes whose deeds echoed through the ages, and of villains whose names became synonymous with infamy. Of battles waged between the forces of light and shadow. On a quest that defies reason, a lone ship ventures into that abyss, guided by its bold and courageous captain, his ferocious feline companion, and a crew of outcasts and misfits. Across entire worlds, dimensions, through the darkest depths of space, and beyond the limits of known time, in pursuit of the ultimate power of the Quad. These are the adventures of the Starship Dragon.
Everybody put your hands in the air and say, holy shit! Welcome aboard Starship Dragon. I am Commander Krim. Glad to have you here on this Thursday evening. Hello, Darth. I saw you sent a bunch of messages. I didn't get a chance to read them all. I was in a very deep and closed-off biome called the Lost River, knifing to death a juvenile ghost leviathan. And once I turned around as oxygen, I turned around as oxygen was getting low, and we see a small shark who destroyed my sub behind my back. I play in permadeath for immersion purposes, so that means by drowning, I lost my save file. Good excuse to go to Subnautica 2. I've finished the 1 at 100% plenty of times. You have to finish the 2, so let's go. Hey, it gives you good, like you said, gives you good reason to do so. Best of luck with that. You're playing Subnautica 100% more than I ever will. Again, welcome in, everybody. It is Thursday evening. We are playing some more Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope, picking up where we left off at the end of the last stream, where we ended with Angela and the dude that Taylor wants to bang, I think. I don't know the name. I don't know the names of these characters very well. But we're picking up with those two guys, the guy and girl. After we just left we just went out the front door of the museum. So, yeah, that's what we're going to catch up with today. Nothing really amazing to go over. Nothing really to update you all on. We're going to kind of jump into the game pretty quick here. So, yeah, let's go. Probably once we finish Little Hope, we're probably going to immediately jump into Parasite Eve 2. I hope it's as good as Parasite Eve 1. And the reason I didn't jump immediately into Parasite Eve 2 after finishing 1 is as I've talked about before, I don't really like doing games back to back in a series like that, even if it's just 2 games. I mean, there are some exceptions that I might do occasionally, but I try to avoid doing that just to avoid potential burnout. usually that's only going to happen if I play like a series of games, like what I did before with like the Halo franchise and what was the other one? Kingdom Hearts. I played both of those series back to back a long time ago, but I played every game in those series back to back. And by the time I got around to the later entries, I was kind of burnt out. I wanted to play something else, but I had already committed to, finishing off the franchise. So I think it kind of burned me out. I probably didn't enjoy the games as much as I could have had I not been marathoning them. Usually in a 2-game series, that's not really an issue, but I still like to change it up after you do. Even if I know I was going to play Parasite Eve 2, I want like a palate cleanser, just a game to fit in between them, just so it isn't back to back. It's something I just prefer. Just something I prefer. Problem with Subnautica 2 is there's no stasis rifle or equivalent, which means there's no way to temporarily immobilize foes, making it much harder to take down Leviathans. Combined with the mechs having a bad stamina compared to 1, means the open ocean Leviathans are pretty much out of reach. Well, I guess you gotta improvise, Darth. Welcome to the world of improvisation, which is kind of what I do here, and I stream. Very much an improv person. I don't want to say comic, but kind of what I am. Improv comic. Witty, improvisation. They say days instead of minutes. Oh, okay, I got you. So instead of requiring improvisation, it just requires persistence. That's something I don't usually have. But yeah, let's not waste much time and let's get back into it. Like I said last time, we were with Angela and the dude in the red, whose name I don't recall. And is his name Daniel? Why do I feel like his name is Daniel? I'm probably wrong on that. Anyway, they just got out of the museum where we saw the professor and Andrew earlier, but they went out the other direction. So yeah, we're catching up on this part. Up to this point, I can say this is not as good as Until Dawn. This is kind of like I don't want to say midpoint of the game. I have no idea if I'm even halfway through or anything. But just my opinion on this at this point. We've played for about 4 or 5 hours yesterday. I don't feel it's as good as Until Dawn. It still feels like it's taking its time, really getting to the thick of it. Whereas, at least from what I remember from Until Dawn, I remember things kicking off a little bit quicker. Yeah, it was still a slow start to Until Dawn, but I just feel like things really started to really kick off earlier, and things just haven't really kicked off much here. We've had some moments, like when we had Angela's past double chase her in the sewers. So we've had some occasional moments, but that's really it. Nothing. And what's really surprising is the jump scares in this game aren't doing anything for me. I really have felt nothing. And it's really surprising. There hasn't been anything that's just made me like jump or anything. And some of them, what's worse is some of the jump scares were, practically telegraphed. I mean, I could see it coming before it even happened. Which is obviously completely counterpoint to the point of a jump scare. But let's just see, maybe it'll go better from here.
Back on the road. The professor and the.
I was right. His name is Daniel.
Hope you're right. We've been shit out of luck so far tonight.
I said this was Angela. I bet this was Taylor, not Angela. Angela, we still don't know where Angela is. She's still in the sewers, getting chased by her past dead body double.
Looks like me. What did she do to be taken like that?
Not a great omen for sure, but nothing's gonna happen to you. I'll make sure of that.
Aw, sweet. What's in the card? What's on the card? What's on the card? Okay, so Daniel's going to have to fight off somebody with a spear. Keep this stuff in mind, chat. It could be very important to the survival of these people. And surviving is what we are going to get them to do. Probably going to get them killed, too. Sorry, my evil side was showing. King William's War, Commencement Day Massacre, June 23rd, 1690. On commencement day in 1690, while the Puritans celebrated the graduation of the town's young men, an army of French and Indians attacked, burning a number of homesteads. 8 men were killed and a number of women and children taken into slavery in Acadia. The fate of those slaves is unknown. Taken into slavery, Mary Adeline, Abby Bradstreet, Madeline Carver, Mary Dent, Abstinence Hank. Somebody named their kid Abstinence? Seriously? Someone named their kid Abstinence? Why would you do that to a child? Obadiah Hake, Thomas Lathrop, Mercy Mather, Martha Milton, Faith Newcomen, Fidelity Newcomen, Michael Newcomen, obviously a family, Hope Staunton, Amity Upsall. Those killed, Isaac Ames, Hugh Broughton, Bartle Hake, Francis Mather, Matthew Noyes, Jeremiah Staunton, John Titus, and Thomas Upsall. Why would you name your kid Abstinence? Why would you do that? I mean, I've seen some awful names for children, even in modern day. But even back then, in the 1690s, why would you name your kid Abstinence? Why don't you just name him Chastity Belt? It wouldn't surprise me if there were some kids named Chastity. Foreclosure, bank owned. Keep out. You gonna relax and comfy over there, Daniel? Your animation's a little glitchy. Well, last week we saw a guy whose name was Joyful. Did we? I don't remember that.
Where the hell is that coming from?
Where's what coming from?
I don't know.
Yes, birds. Oh my god, Alfred Hitchcock saved me.
Get over here! This isn't possible. I know those markings. This is my old tire swing. Look, here, see?
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay, you don't get it. See these stars? I painted them onto this tire with my dad when I was 10 years old.
You sure?
Hell yes, I'm sure this is my tire swing. How come it's out here?
Can't be. Just looks the same. It's just a coincidence.
Paranoid!
Can you listen to what I'm saying here?
Headstrong is one of the top 2
This
traits for
town knows me.
Hey,
Taylor.
look at me. Look at me. We're getting through this, okay? Together.
Oh, hey, look, here comes Pyramid Head.
This is not my doing. You must help me. I beg you.
Oh, it's her
Please
twin.
help me before it is too late.
Hush now, woman. Only the Almighty can forgive your sin. That is your only hope of salvation.
Listen to me. I
can't tell. Is Reverend
no
Carter
sin.
supposed to be Andrew?
The puppet I am condemned for is a child's plaything. Nothing more. I
You'll
swear
not
it.
swear me. The sickness you brought into our midst must be purged. To free all of us
I can't
and
tell.
you from evil, you must burn.
I beg you, stop. Do not do this. Ah! No, please, no. Stop. Ah! Ah!
Pray, Lord, for you to take
Little toasty, isn't it?
our sister Tabitha, who has been led astray by the devil, and do with it as you will.
Oh, there he is. That's Andrew's character. Andrew's double. This girl's on fire! This girl's on fire!
woman we just saw, it was me. That means I'm next.
Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. I'll make sure of that.
Thanks. I'm glad you're here.
Well, she recovered quickly from that traumatic experience.
Let's keep on going to the church. That's likely where the rest are.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Now we're Daniel. Yeah, I'm curious about something. I don't... I mean, obviously these guys are scripted to recognize themselves. I don't think if I were to somehow actually come across a duplicate of myself, like say I was in real life in this situation, and somehow I saw a duplicate of myself, whether it was actually me or like in this case, we're seeing like a past version of them or whatever. I don't actually think I would recognize myself right away. Honestly, wouldn't. I would have to like, someone would have to point it out to me. They'd have to be like, hey, that guy looks just like you. And then I might notice it. But I swear, I don't think I would actually recognize myself if I saw it in someone else. Because it's something that you wouldn't be expecting. I mean, unless you live with a twin, or you were raised with an identical twin, would anybody ever actually recognize themselves if they see another person that looks like them? There's a difference between like recognizing yourself in a mirror because you know it's a mirror. But if you see an actual other person and they look like you, would you really notice that right away? I don't think I would, honestly. I really don't think I would. But who'd you lose so far? So far, nobody has died. But Angela, the older lady, has been chased into a sewer by. Well, let me back up on that real quick before I get into that. In the past, we saw a scene where Angela's body double, or Angela's double, whatever, was convicted of witchcraft, chained up and thrown into a lake, and drowned. We came back to the present, and suddenly the body, the chained up body of a monster started chasing Angela, and she fell into some sewers, and she ran away from the chained up monster. The chained up monster looking very much like the body double that was thrown into the lake. We're already doing better than the guy I saw streaming this previously. Well, I'm not trying to save anybody, honestly. I'm just kind of going with what feels right or whatever. Although I will say I've been doing, incidentally, a really good job keeping people alive. There's been some times where I've chosen a path and they've managed to survive just fine. So it wasn't intentional, but it's just kind of been happening that way. Now, a couple of big choices that I've made, and I'm sure we're going to see the results of that rather soon. Andrew, the guy with the scar on his head, he found a 4-shot revolver, or a 6-shot revolver, but it still had 4 bullets in it. He's yet to tell anybody about the gun. It's right now, it's stuffed in his back pocket. The guy lost Angela during the very chase. It was Andrew, Angela, and the professor. They were heading somewhere, and Angela slowed down because she was distracted by something, and then the body double of her from the past grabbed her and pulled her into the sewer. Andrew and John couldn't get her back, and so she ran further into the sewer, and that's the last we've seen of her. We heard her scream from John and Andrew's perspective, but we don't know that she's dead. We haven't seen her dead. We just heard her scream, and she ran off into the distance. We don't know. Which means usually in a game like this, if we don't see them dead, they're not dead yet. But yeah, Andrew found a revolver, and apparently still has it. Taylor and Daniel found a knife inside the museum, and Daniel gave it to Taylor. So she's armed right now. Essentially, she's got a knife. Oh, that's not Angela. Taylor has a knife right now. She's armed. I don't know why it's such a hard time with the names of those two. In these games, to know if you lost someone, it's what curators' flames are for. Oh, well. Again, I know these games well enough to know that they're not dead until you see them dead, and we have not seen anybody dead yet. At least as far as like these main characters.
Feels like we're being followed.
We are being followed.
Hey! Get the fuck out of here!
Back the fuck off, will you? Oh crap, what the fuck is that?
That's our duplicate, I bet. Oh, shit. We're gonna split.
Move! Run!
Look, all these QTEs are rather easy. Oh, they're getting faster, though. They're getting much faster. Did you leave Taylor behind? You dumbass. Now I'm Taylor, okay. Yeah, that's going to be Taylor's duplicate. And back to Daniel, okay. The prompts are getting faster. Dude, if that's supposed to be your girlfriend, you're not supposed to leave her behind. You're supposed to help her. I get you're both running, but... Dude, you don't leave your girl behind, man. Now back to Daniel, yep. Swapping back and forth is a little nutty. I was in an animation of him jumping the gap. He just kind of fell over. Probably wouldn't be swapping back and forth if this was if we had a co-op co-op player with the other side. At least that's my guess. We survived.
Keep moving, go!
And somehow the corpse burnt thing didn't have to clear any of those obstacles. They were just teleported to the other side.
Hear that? Is that
Taylor.
Taylor? Is that you back there? Get to
Oh,
the
hey.
church! Run!
Caught up with somebody.
Hey!
One of those fucking things is after
Yeah,
us!
the pole she was chained to is probably, I think it's on her back.
Hey, run!
Get inside!
Hey, that thing is almost on you! It's right on your ass!
Shit. Shit. It wouldn't let me shoot! It wouldn't let me
You
shoot!
crazy? You trying to get yourself killed?
Get in here. Hey!
It wouldn't let me shoot!
Where's Angela?
She didn't make it. Nothing we could do.
You kidding me?
No, and we have to keep that thing outside, or we'll be joining her.
Why is the lighting in here suddenly
Look for
so...
ways in and out of here. Close them all off.
Okay. The lighting here is suddenly like very gray.
Come on, we need a barricade here.
Urgh!
Hey! Hey!
Why the hell is that old fool still out there?
He's following us.
Looks like he's following us. Whatever he's up to, we can't trust him.
know you're inside.
God damn it. Why'd you have to pull a gun on him? Now he's drawing that thing straight to us. He doesn't get how much trouble we're in here.
What the hell is going on in there?
You need to get away from here. Go before it's too late. Get the hell out of here.
I'll go once I look you in the eye. Now let me in.
Nah, we're not letting him in.
I'm real sorry, but I can't open this door.
Shutting people out don't help.
And believe me, I know.
What do you mean? I'm curious.
Wait, what do you mean?
I shut out the whole goddamn world. Instead, I chose to look inside a bottle.
We're gonna have this conversation while the monster's approaching
Man, a
you?
beast.
I don't know what to do.
I've been stuck in this town so long, I don't know what to do next.
That's two of us, man. I'll go get help.
That's a bad idea. There's nothing out there can help us. You really think it was smart not to tell me that you had that gun?
We got away, didn't we?
I can't believe you're getting mad at me. We got away, didn't we?
This time, maybe. But next time, you could just as easily shoot one of us.
Why does that guy always talk out the side of his mouth? That bothers me so much.
Professor? Andrew! It's me. I'm next.
I guess he saw
Priest?
he saw
Reverend, whatever.
yeah.
Made accusations against my double. It sounded serious.
We would have seen that perspective if we were playing a co-op.
Not this time. It sure looked like it was heading that way.
And the girl? Mary?
She was there. But it seemed like she was trying to defend my double.
We secure in here? You find any other ways in?
Sorry, Professor, I didn't check.
That thing is still out there. Look over there.
We have to follow her. Whoever she is, she's tied up in everything that's happened here.
What if you're right? What then?
If we can stop her, it could prevent any more harm happening to our doubles.
Why do you care about your doubles, though?
Door in case that thing comes back.
Why don't you care about your own lives? You're in your current life. Why do you care about your doubles?
Hey, kid? You out here?
She doesn't exactly seem like a talkative type. Oh look, separated again. What a shock. That was loud.
It pains me to say these words, but your punishment today will protect us all. Keep our town safe.
Can you spare him? I beg you.
This is hard for you, child. But one day you will understand, and you will thank me.
Go from this place, Mary. Your pleas cannot reach him. My fate is not a memory you should carry.
Who will be my keeper if you are gone?
Judge Wyman has instructed Abraham. He will be your keeper. A decision not all are in agreement with. Every man will face his day of judgment. Yours is today.
No! No!
Look, child. See who you would have me spare. See,
From
he is
their
no
perspective,
longer of this earth.
yeah.
Only the damned and the devil can resist in this way.
What the fuck? It's also the same way that Daniel's double from the 1960s or 70s, whatever, died the same way on the spikes of the fence. Oh yeah, and Taylor's double from 1970s also burned up. And Angela's double died of smoke inhalation. So essentially, asphyxiation.
It was right there.
The difference is smoke as opposed to water.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I know how much it messed me up.
Fucking witch trials! What's wrong with these people? They killed that guy for no reason.
I'm sorry, this is fucked up.
Now we know the pattern. Angela was killed after seeing her double executed. Taylor had a narrow escape from that thing. You see your double get it, and you're next.
Way to
That's
scare.
real reassuring.
I was going to say, wait.
Thanks for sharing.
I was going to say, way to scare Daniel there, Josh. John, good job.
There it is! That's what's been after us!
We can't let it trap us up here.
What do we do now with that thing outside?
Quiet.
It's out there. Listen.
It's out there for now. What if it decides to come in after us?
Maybe we're okay if we stay inside the church.
Because
it's holy ground. A church? Maybe it can't come in.
really? It's a fucking vampire now?
I'm just saying, this is a solid building.
He's right. We're safer in here. We're staying put.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I guess you're right.
I guess staying makes some kind of sense, right?
I mean, she's been arguing with everybody up to this point, but
We
we'll,
are staying in here. No choice.
We should take off while we still can. That thing has us boxed in.
No one else agrees with you. Staying in here is the majority decision.
We can't be splitting up again. After what happened to Angela?
Sure, whatever. But this doesn't feel right to me.
why are all the guys the same height? I just happened to notice that. All three of the men are the same height. At least from Force's perspective, it looked that way.
Sounds like more than one. Fucking great.
Just listen up.
Oh, I can move that, huh? Little Hope Pastors. Andrew O'Connor, Joseph Milton, Richard Bradshaw. Okay. Oh, just gonna wipe it, huh? Lazarus Burgess, 1677 to 1688. What was the time frame we were looking at here? Carver. His name's Reverend Carver, right? I can read it. I read it under the scratch name. It's Simon Carver. They scratched out his name, or somebody did. Pair of wings.
No way.
Parish Newsletter, October 1971.
Popping up all over.
Diocese of Pleasant River. Recently, parents have expressed concern that their teenage children are being tempted by the occult in musical lyrics by innocent-seeming spirit boards or movies that glorify Satanism. This is not the first time Little Hope has been scourged by occultism. Manuscripts from the 1600s, carefully hidden beneath flagstones of the church rectory, were recently discovered. They were covered with disturbing scrawls in a cipher that revealed magical words and spells. It is believed the town's preacher of the time dabbled with magic and demonology. That was a dark time for the settlers. Times have changed, but Satan's work never ceases. The clergy today stand vigilant against occultism and are unlikely to fall into ignorance and error. But parents should be mindful of the fascination these things hold for the young, particularly rebellious youths. The danger is they fall into bad habits such as smoking marijuana, and from there into the occult and disobedience to God. Parents should be watchful, and where they see the signs, look to the church and to God. Because that certainly helped him in this situation. Okay.
Fuck me! Let's go! I'm out of here! Quickly!
Once again, just didn't get me.
Go! Get out of sight! Hide!
And what? Oh, it's Daniel's double this time. The one that got impaled. Confront! Confront your double, we're probably gonna get him killed. BAM! Right in the face. BAM! Right in the face. BAM! Right in the face.
Move, Daniel!
Somehow I chose correctly.
Where are you?
Taylor, come on! Talk to us!
We gotta do something!
We gotta do something now.
Hold on, will ya? We need to be calm.
Fuck calm. Taylor's in trouble.
Switching to Taylor? Okay.
Daniel!
This is the most switching we've done before. Or we've never, like, switched like this before.
Taylor.
Is that you? I can't see shit.
We're gonna go... Whenever in doubt, always go left. Jody taught us that.
Is that you? I'm over here.
And she's dead. Like, where do I stab? Where do I stab? I didn't get a prompt. I didn't know where to stab. Maybe the hand? Maybe the face? Maybe the... I don't know! I don't see a spot! I have a crosshair, but I have no way to... Oh, shit. Take the shot!
Take the shot!
Move out the way. I need a clear shot.
I don't know what's going on with the knife. You're supposed to get a red crosshair whenever you're able to attack. I went all over that creature's body. And the red crosshair never happened. I don't know where I'm supposed to stab. I tried the arm, I tried the head.
I need a break.
We gotta keep moving. Can't stop.
No, wait. He needs a break.
Forget it. Those things are coming after us, not you. We can't hang around.
I keep telling you, stick together.
I keep telling you, stick together, and we'll be fine.
Fine like Angela, right?
All right. What's our next move? I'm not sure. We should rest here for a while.
Meanwhile, with Angela, I'm guessing. Oh, no.
You asleep? That's impressive.
I wish. No way I could get any shut-eye after what went down tonight. Would love to, though. I'm beat. Any ideas how we getting out of here?
We must stop the girl.
Listen. It's clear now. There's no help available. We're on our own.
Sure seems that way.
Our best shot, maybe our only shot, is to stop that girl, Mary.
Getting to Mary, stopping her might help, sure, okay, but what about the other kid? The one that keeps running from us?
Mary and her are connected somehow, I'm sure of it. Maybe the other girl is trying to lead us somewhere.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe to a place we can stop all this.
Everything feels out of control. I don't think there's anything we can do at this point.
Mary's the key to everything that's happened. The trials, the executions.
Sure, but how are we supposed to stop her? Not even sure she's real.
Too late for us to do anything now. We've had it. This is over.
Mary is evil.
Mary may look like a kid, but she's the embodiment of evil. We have to stop her.
Again, I don't get why.
It's not that simple. And like you said, she's just a kid. We can't...
Listen to me. We see her again. We do whatever is necessary.
What's that?
Shh, shh.
Hell no, that thing is back to finish me off.
Still have 3 rounds left in that thing. Wait for a clear shot.
Okay, okay. Wait until you have a clean shot.
Put both hands on the gun. It's a revolver. Don't hold it with one hand.
Come on, it's almost on us. Shoot the damn thing.
Did I get it? Is it dead?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
No, no, no.
Well, to answer the professor's question...
I started blasting.
To answer the professor's question, yes, you did get the shot. You did get it.
Wandering around out here.
Hi, Bertrude. Thanks for dropping a blurb. I appreciate it. And again, dies from asphyxiation or, well, choking on her blood and a bullet. Did I get it? To answer your question, Andrew? Yes. Yes, you did get it.
Easy, John.
Please,
It was an
stop.
accident.
This is all so fucked up.
I thought that thing was coming for us.
There was still
Thing's not hurting anyone else.
there was still 2 bullets in the thing,
I should
though.
have fucking taken it off of you.
They see you could have used it on that thing. You could have used it on that thing. Well, Darth. There's our first death. Whoops.
Ease up, will you? Hold up! Andrew, wait! Professor! You there?
And now we're Andrew, 4:03 a.m.
Daniel? Taylor?
Trip over the tiny twig. Don't trip over the twig.
Where the hell are you?
Go back and find the gun. Sorry, Daniel. Here, squaring, really squaring. About to get our second death here? Our second and maybe third? Why are you crawling toward her, Andrew? Good thing she had the good thing Taylor had the knife. That way John used it to stab the creature. That's the second time Taylor's been saved by it.
How we got out of there in one piece, I'll never know.
Hold the celebrations. We're still cornered in Shithole Central.
And the fucking mutants are still out there. We gotta keep moving.
His spear is stuck in the tree. Dumbass.
It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you. Not by angels or by demons. Heaven or hell. Perhaps you've started to realize something.
Realizing things are starting to kick off, finally. Two kings, a queen, and a jack.
That everything and everyone may not be.
Why are they all hearts?
What they appear to be.
4 kings of hearts.
3 executions. 3 tormented beings. And so far, only 1 lost soul. Angela. But it would appear that you are your own worst enemy. I did warn you to be careful with that gun. Any thoughts on what might be around the corner, hidden by the fog? Something wicked this way comes.
Although he does have a point. He said you probably noticed something, I'd have. The fact that all 3 of them that we've seen so far have died from the same way that their 1970s duplicates
Keep
did.
a lookout for the girl. We have to stop her. That little brat. Someone needs to teach her a lesson.
Amen to that.
Even Angela died technically to choking, even though it was caused by a gunshot.
Fireflies. That's what's causing the glow. Looks kind of beautiful, don't you think?
Kind of weird looking.
Radioactive, it's fallout. Again, jump scares just aren't getting me. It's weird.
No, this cannot be. My own eyes deceive me.
That's...
My apologies for the lateness of the hour, but I must speak with you.
That's Carver.
What ails you, my friend?
It is Mary. I am troubled by her, by the part she has played in these trials.
Those trials trouble us all.
There is more to this. I saw her smile as her own sister was executed.
Oh, never mind.
She
It
took pleasure
is.
from it.
It is him. It looked like he was younger.
But now that she speaks of guilt and remorse, it is hard not to believe her.
Oh no, that's not Carver. That's Andrew's duplicate.
No good can come from being with that child.
Too late. With her brother and sister gone, Mary now lives under my roof.
Your charity places you in grave danger.
What do you advise?
Tell the court you suspect she toys with us all. That you saw her delight in her own sister's death. I implore you.
I am torn. Mary seems full of
Keep your
remorse.
suspicions to yourself, and it's our community which will suffer. None of us is safe from her wild imaginings.
Very well. If the court will listen, I will speak. am bewitched.
You're not bewitched.
How else can your presence be explained?
I can't explain this, but you're not.
She has conjured you to defend her. To press me into silence. Only the devil could create a demon who so resembles me.
I'm not a demon. But we do look alike, which I agree is pretty damn weird.
What do you want from me?
I want to know what you're gonna say to the court. About Mary.
I was decided to speak to the court. Now I am not so sure.
I know how this must look, but you have to speak out. Tell everyone what the girl did, like your friend is telling you to.
The devil has sent you to tempt me. I must not succumb. Little Hope is no longer the town I knew. Strange and disturbing events have become commonplace. You, whatever you are but one of these. Revealing the truth about Mary may save my friend, but it does not sit easily with me that in doing so I condemn a child.
The priest is the villain.
Putting it all on a kid isn't right. The priest is the one driving this whole thing.
That's way off. We gotta stop the kid. No other way to do this.
Reverend Carver is a man guided by God. No one can doubt that.
I can, very easily, I might add. See, now we're actually starting to be able to interfere with the events from the past. Everything else we were just observers to.
Bad move there, man. Standing up for the kid is probably gonna do us all in.
I hope you're wrong. For all our sakes.
What happened?
Bonus feature
You
unlocked?
get a chance to confront Mary?
No. We never even saw her.
Fuck.
Hi, Darth. We got our first death, officially. It's Angela. There was a sound of a monster
Abraham.
chasing...
He was thinking about testifying against Mary.
Yeah, you're right.
Andrew talked him out of it.
Hold on, let me catch up, Darth, real quick. We heard Daniel's duplicate chasing us with the stuff sticking out of his body, and all we saw was a silhouette. And Andrew pulled out his gun and aimed down sight, and John told him to go ahead and take the shot, and he did, and turned out it was Angela. Shot Angela right in the throat. She died. So now we are officially down one.
We are seeing glimpses of what happened here hundreds of years ago.
Not great.
Demons from the past?
Don't know how much more of this shit I can take. One thing I didn't see coming, I feel like one of the team. I'm good with that. Never happens to me.
Yeah, I hear that. Learned a few things about myself tonight. Shame it had to be from witches and ghosts.
We need a hero.
We could have used one of those, what do you call it? A paladin, a holy warrior.
Holy shit. I never had you down as a game geek.
There's a lot more about me you don't know. I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, okay. She's definitely not a real woman.
We need to get moving.
Fuck this place and this stupid ass crash that got us here.
Monster! Daniel, you didn't bother, like, telling her that you saw her? Daniel, you fucking moron. Now to Daniel, who's doing such a good job of protecting her. Watching her do this, watching her get pulled away so far. Comment, you got to be right there.
Taylor? Where are you? Taylor!
Oh, hell. Movement.
Taylor, I'm coming!
I probably just got Taylor killed.
Shit! Stupid fucking deer!
Kick, right in the head. Headshot.
Hold on to me. Whatever happens. happens, do not let go!
Help me!
Help me! Don't let go!
I'm not letting go!
Okay, you let go. Kick to the face! Kick to the face! Alright, here we go. Well, she just, like,
We gotta move, okay?
crawled around where the monster was? What?
Let's check that out. It'll get us out of these damn woods, and we can talk on the way.
Yeah, sure, let's mosey. From the tree. Oh, this thing again. Or is this a different tree? This is we've seen this before. Comet. Excuse me. Can you lay down, please? Thank you.
What happened back there with that thing?
It's gone. Be brave.
It was, it's gone, and it ain't coming back.
I really hope you're right.
Only a matter of time before they come after us again.
We must stop Mary.
The only way out of this freaking nightmare is to stop Mary, stop her lying.
You had a chance to get Mary exposed for what she is, a liar and a faker.
How do
Put
you
her
know?
in the dock for a change. Why didn't you take it?
How do you know we didn't
We
get?
don't know for sure that stopping Mary will help us out. It's just a theory.
It may only be
A
theory,
game
but right now
theory.
it's all we've got.
Come on. Let's
Thanks for watching. Wow, that looks uncomfortable for John. I'm sure I'll be fine. Massages, yeah, a nice chin massage. One thing I can tell, another different, I don't mean to keep comparing, chiropractors, yeah. One thing I've noticed, I don't mean to keep comparing it to Until Dawn, but the fact that the premonitions still, clearly show who these people are, whereas the totems, which are the same basic thing in Until Dawn, kind of gave you a vague glimpse, most times, of who the person involved was. You didn't clearly see who it was every time. You might be able to recognize some of their clothing or maybe from their silhouette or something, but it wasn't always obvious. Here, it plainly shows face and everything of who it is and what's going on. Mayor Hale's land deal. Fears protests will surely escalate as closure looms. Samuel Carver. Carver was the name of the Reverend. He's got to. This guy has to be like a descendant. There's no way that's obviously not Reverend Carter. He wouldn't be alive 300 years later.
Check this out.
A door. Check it out, guys. Never seen one before. What do you think it does? Think it opens and gives us access to the interior of a building?
Hey!
Oh yeah, Vince is here. This dude.
That guy's a menace.
I don't think he gets how bad a mess we're in.
Come on, inside.
Well, no one's been here for a long time. Now is my time to speak before the judge. I am filled with dread. I cannot know how my testimony will be received. The devil has blinded so many to what is real and what is not.
Nothing good will come of this.
His words will seek to twist the truth.
Allow me to judge what is true.
Abraham and Joseph are allies in this deception. And lest we forget, you condemned Joseph to death only yesterday. Or do you now question that decision?
I have heard nothing today to sway my conviction. Joseph consorted with the same malicious force as his wife. For this, the court thanks Reverend Carver, who faced the devil's wrath to present the evidence.
It is only my duty, Judge.
Now, however, this court is duty-bound by law to seek out the truth. We must therefore examine these claims made by Abraham against Mary.
If I may speak briefly, Judge Wyman.
Time is short, Reverend. Be indeed brief.
Mary has shown great fortitude to speak out against the evil here. Many would have lacked her courage. Yet her reward for exposing this brooding coven in our midst is to be besmirched.
Her courage is not in question. It is her intent we must be certain of.
Her accuser is the very man entrusted to care for this innocent child. Plain to see, he is not fit for such a task. And I would ask the court to have Mary placed elsewhere.
Who would you have be her new ward, Reverend?
Her or him?
I am prepared to take responsibility for
called
the
it.
child. If the court agrees.
We already know that Mary and Carver in
No
league,
decision can be made on
because
the
we've heard him
until
talk
then.
many times about don't ever reveal our secret. Or my secret, or whatever he said. We obviously know they're working together.
Abraham!
What am I to do? Some would have me speak out against Mary, but could a child truly be capable of such evil?
The kid is guilty.
Are you for real? The kid is guilty as hell.
Just, you must do what you believe is right.
Tell the court what you have come here to say. Speak up, boy. Out with it!
Mary has spoken of evil spirits, devilry and witchcraft. Things many cannot believe could exist here in
I'm
Little
not here
Hope.
for history and hearsay. Get to the point, boy.
Mary is tormented. The apparitions she has seen, they have plagued her, stolen her innocence. Some suggest she is in league with these creatures, but no one can be certain. Myself least of all. Can any of us truly know a child's mind?
You claim I lack the ability to see the truth.
I beg forgiveness. I would never suggest such a thing.
My time is not for wasting. You and the
Alright,
priest
do
have
you
earned me
mind?
enough for one
Would you
day.
please move?
I have more to say.
I have already given you enough time. Furthermore, Mary is to be placed into the care of Reverend Carver. Now stand down.
Tell me everything. Did you see Andrew's double again?
He told the judge that Mary did nothing wrong, like she's the victim here.
Oh, that's bad. Very, very bad. Shit! Okay, so now what?
Cutscene later. That's what these games are. Also, hi Eric, welcome
Sure did
in.
the right thing.
Thank you for finally
I guess
moving,
at least
comment.
we know we can influence the outcome. That's gotta be good, right?
What do you think? Is he right about this?
It went down like he said.
It went down just like he said.
So where are we?
What the fuck?
We can't stay. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here as I casually pull a flashlight out of my back pocket.
Look at those outfits. This place shut down way, way back.
Guy in front looks like the professor. Squeak. Memory of James Clark, 1929-1972, sadly missed by his many friends and colleagues. What's in here? I am holding R2. Kiss my ass. All right. Oh, wait, I wasn't done looking at that. What the... I want to look at the kiss my ass sign some more. Mr. Vincent Barnes. Dear Mr. Barnes, subject employment warning letter. Following our recent disciplinary meeting, I am writing regarding your attendance and behavior. Management have made every effort to accommodate your difficult circumstances and recent injury by accepting your recurring absences. However, continued warnings regarding attendance, lateness, and intoxication have prompted us to issue a formal written warning. Further repetition of this behavior or other misconduct within the next 12 months will result in dismissal. Ravenden expects our employees to be enthusiastic, punctual, and sober. Most of all, sober. You must you must acknowledge receipt of this letter. Please resign and return it to the foreman's office within 7 days. That counts as a signature to me. Although I would like to know why this paper is so damn thick that he can flip it over and not fold over his hand. I'm doing a really good job of like picking out every single continuity and realism error in this game. It's probably annoying as hell to you guys. Another picture. It's a picture of the 1970s family.
Get over here. You gotta see this.
This is the family that burned up at the beginning of the game.
This is too much. Way too fucking much. First, a load of weirdo witch killers from ancient history look just like us. Now we got the creepy Family of the Year winners who also look just like us. What the actual fuck?
What does it mean, though? Do you think they died like the other lookalikes?
No clue. Who knows what happened to them? Maybe
I do,
they're
I've
stuck
seen
in
the intro.
same nightmare. You
Yeah,
really
Andrew.
want a souvenir? From this night? From this place?
All I know, I'm keeping hold of this.
Yeah, that picture has been in there since probably the
What you said
1970s.
about all this being a nightmare.
Will just be able to fold up nice and easy and stay in your
Mine,
pocket.
yeah,
Didn't
why you
shred when
guys
you
all-
tried folding it. Okay.
Any of us could say the same thing.
I don't know what's real here. Are you the real Andrew?
Oh, come on.
Maybe he's a duplicate. Maybe he's a clone. Maybe he's a mystery. Oh, yeah, it's the judge. What was his name? Wyman? Having read Captain Bond... Oh, okay. I don't know why I don't know why I tried to read this side of it when I hadn't turned it over yet. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, sorry. Having read Captain Bond's letter attesting the affair with Little Hope, and heard the petitions of the townsmen, I write to express my signal concernment. Pastor Carver's teaching strayed from true doctrine and piety. His mind wandered from the fellowship of saints and surrendered into sin over many years. Please attend to his past behaviors, which infect and corrupt the town. I ask a commission be appointed to examine such affairs of last year, including the matter of the girl. Thy servant, Thos Wyman, Judge. Now, again, assume that letter was written in the 1600s. That paper is still solid and exists and legible 300 years later? Let me just say, I have my doubts. Didn't we read this before? Maybe we didn't. Nearly 600 jobs are set to be lost in Little Hope when the Ravenden Textiles factory closes its gates at their Harvard roadside site in September. Layoffs will include workers at the main factory and ancillary businesses across the town. The decision was announced on Tuesday by Hazel Carver, a director in the family business that has been the primary employer of the town for over 160 years. With great sadness, we have made this decision. We consider the workers at the factory to be part of our extended family and know how much Ravenden means to them, but we can no longer continue to run the business. Blah, blah, blah. Dialogue with the Carver family, said McCarthy, but while the daughters have been receptive to the union's ideas for saving the factory, Mayor Carver has rejected them at every turn. He went on. We want a partnership with the family to save their business and our livelihoods, but it seems as though the mayor does not accept partners. Another union worker who did not want to be identified expressed this bitter opinion. This is all about the land. The Carvers have owned the town for generations. If they can profit from the land, they will shut it all down. As the main source of income for the majority of the town's families, many are worried that what the future will bring. The factory closing will gut the town, one factory worker told the Herald, adding, Ferryman, bus drivers wanted. Uniform training given, uniform provided. Ferryman is the name of the bus that we drove into town with when we crashed. How coincidental. The factory has been closed due to liquidation of Little Hope Textiles Limited. Following several incidents since the closure of the factory has been placed on off-limits. Attempts to enter the premises will be treated as criminal trespass. Any former workers wishing to retrieve property, contact our office at 555-6686. Okay, she's blocking that door, so we're not going that way. We're not going this way either, apparently. Or that way.
So wait. Who are those people in the photograph?
Look at this photograph. They all look like us. Oh shit, it's bad. Oh hey, it's the dude. What was his name? Curtis?
What's the story here?
Tanya and
She gave him
Vince.
for some other guy.
Of course, we don't see Tanya's face. Because it would reveal that Tanya was Taylor's double in the 70s.
Okay, so what's your theory?
We don't get to hear the rest of that because we have a cutscene.
Right below us.
Graboids!
Find a way out of here now.
Alright. So do I get the rest of that conversation about his theory? Okay. Boxes. I wonder what we do with boxes.
That's heavy. Andrew, get your ass over here and help me out.
Be a little more nicer, you prick.
What's up?
You take that side.
It's a pretty huge gash in his arm, I'm just
Push
saying.
together, right? Good. Now, push!
That was much easier than it looked.
Whoa! Oh, shit! Ah!
How did you fall
Daniel?
into the hole when there was a box in front of you? Where'd the box go? Dodge! Attack!
It's coming for you!
What the fuck are you?
Hiya! What the? I hit the throw button. Why did it throw? I hit the throw button. I hit the trigger. Okay, that was pretty clever, I guess. You know, instead of trying to pull up Andrew, you could like reach over him and help grab the pipe. Just saying. I need to get out of here.
I need to get out of here!
Come on! Almost made it!
And they both fell in. Well, that's probably bad. Oh, gotta be quiet here. Everybody shut up, chat. Whew, that was tough. I've been noticing a lot of bugs in your game compared to the other streamers, most notable during action QTEs. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that too. Like, there's like an animation where they're heading towards something they might trip over, but instead of actually like seeing them jump over whatever it is, boop! Instead of actually jump over whatever it is, the scene just like cuts to them being on the other side of it. They don't actually like dodge it or anything, or like jump over it or anything. There we go. Stab me right in the tit! Right in his tit! Tit shot! Squaring so hard!
Andrew? Daniel?
Say something! Let us know you're okay!
They pushed a giant box over and they both fell in the hole, but there was a barricade in
Let's go before anything else happens.
Alright. Suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief. Really trying hard on that suspension of disbelief.
Oh, shit. Too bad, shithead!
Hey.
Well, I saw the girl up there. Nobody else did.
Hey.
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 Hey. Just a hey again? No? Okay. Lang and Abrams, attorneys at law, 325 Bankhouse Road, Chalmers Hill. 1977 to Frank McCarthy. Dear Mr. McCarthy, following our conversation last week, we have received news that the Unreadable Consortium have been unable to raise the finance to compete with the deal with the Carver family for the purchase of LHT Limited and the real estate around the factory. I understand that your conversations with the family have revolved around retaining jobs for former factory workers on the... That's it. Okay. Other than Carver, we really don't see a whole lot of connection between the witch hunts and the events of the factory. Other than there's like, you know, duplicates of everybody involved. There hasn't really been much else to connect them. Obviously, Carver is the villain of this story. Both the Reverend and the supposed mayor.
Professor? Professor?
Andrew? Daniel?
You made it.
This time, yeah. Not sure how much longer my luck can hold, though.
Oh my God. Thought I'd lost you.
This isn't over. The thing back there is still after me.
I guess I don't know. And no, I don't know the ending. Is that unlike everyone else involved, the mayor isn't reincarnation. He's the same guy. Well, again, this was only the 1970s when Carver was the mayor. So there's a likeliness he could still be alive.
And have you spotted that kid, Mary?
Not seen her. I've seen this before.
You have? I know I haven't. Is this game made by the same folks who made Heavy Rain and Become Human? No, this is made by the people who did Until Dawn. This is Supermassive Games. They did Until Dawn, The Quarry, and the entire collection of the Dark Pictures Anthology. Which we'll be doing 3 of those. 2 of those? 3 of those. We'll be doing some of those games hopefully during this month. Burn in Hell. Well, that sounds mean. Released Mr. Clark leaving the Little Hope Police Department yesterday. A line has been drawn under the tragic case of the Clark house fire. The Clarks, that was the name of the house, that was the name of the family that was killed in the house fire at the beginning of the game. With what I keep calling the 1970s family, that's what this is. That's who they were. Onlookers watched as Anthony Clark, the only survivor of the blaze, was released from police. So Anthony survived. Okay. Thursday afternoon, one onlooker said, "That poor boy, he must be going through hell right now." The Herald approached Mr. Clark for comment, but he has not. Blamed Clark, who was found with a box of matches in his hand at the scene, for causing the fire. When Clark left the Little Hope Police Department, passers-by were heard to burn in hell. Say the Reverend and the mayor is the same person for everyone else involved. It's different people related by reincarnation. It's your hypothesis. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the mayor changed his first name, but it's the same guy as the Reverend. Fascinating. I hadn't thought of that. But I still don't know the connection to the little girl yet, though.
In the fog there. You see that?
Like, maybe the girl, maybe I see what you're saying. The Reverend and Mary are the same, are this girl and the mayor. They are the same people.
Stay on your
Not
toes.
just like lookalikes.
Anything could happen.
Oh, 3 people this time. Usually it's always been 2.
Is safe while you still draw breath, Joseph. You must die today. Not even your wife Amy was spared your lust to serve Satan.
Damn me if you must. You're not fit. Speak ill of my late wife.
There is still fight in you. I must drive the devil out for the safety of everyone here.
Oh, no one is safe.
Joseph, do you renounce the devil and all his teachings?
They put rocks on a giant plate
I'm not
and just try to crush him?
the devil.
That's a weird way of execution.
You with madness. Brought here by Satan's servants.
We have to stop this.
Confront Mary. God. Confront Mary.
Get away!
You give me that! Look! See how this poor child is tormented. Joseph still clutches her with the devil's hand.
More stones! The devil must be crushed from within him. Do not flinch. The fate of Little Hope rests in your hands.
Oh, he did. In medieval times, most executions were torturous. In fact, this one is mild compared to the real life ones. Well, I mean, I know about that. It's just I've never heard of execution by stones on a plate.
What happened? Tell me.
We don't have a lot of time.
John, get away from it!
I'm tired of running.
Are you crazy? We gotta move!
Round one. Fight! Boosh! Oh, headshot! Body shot! Right in the tits! Ow. Right in the head. Boink! But you wish you hadn't thrown that pistol away now, did you, John? Took a punch in the chest.
How's that feel, fucker?
As probably got like a collapsed lung or broken ribs. Damn, Andrew. He's like, fuck this door. Get kicked. Poosh.
Get inside!
Really? Again?
Get in here!
Oh, we're not talking shit in this situation. Yeah, exactly.
We gotta go! Like now!
Help me!
Andrew! Andrew! I need you here!
I'm holding the door. I'm Xing so hard on the door. I have X'd that door to the maximum.
Don't move.
The vision's based on movement.
Is it gone? I don't see it anymore.
It's gonna reach to the door and grab him by the face.
We need to figure a way out of here.
See how the monsters trying to recreate the cause of the death of their target? I wouldn't be surprised if the monsters were the corpses of the old ones killed. Oh, we already know it is. We already know it is.
Here isn't right.
I mean,
Something
okay,
isn't right.
they don't. I guess they don't know what it is, but I already know it is because the person that chased Angela had chains wrapped around her the same way that her double was when Carver had her thrown into the lake. The guy with all the metal spikes sticking out of him is Daniel's double that got shoved out of a church tower onto a metal fence. That guy there that we just saw was probably, I couldn't really tell easily, but was probably supposed to be Joseph, and he was real flexible because his ribs were broken and stuff. So he's able to like move all weirdly. Taylor's double, who was burned at the stake, has a bunch of burnt skin and has a giant piece of wood stuck to her back. So yeah, it's all, yeah, we already know that. As the player, we already know that. They, I don't think, realize that yet. Yeah, she's got like, you know, she can burn whoever she grabs onto. Wicked Witch of the West. Who the hell is that? That's somebody new. That's somebody we haven't seen yet. So at some point we're going to get some kind of rescue attempt? Young Angela? I mean, maybe, I guess. It does sort of look like Angela, didn't it? But the cause of death trying to inflict... Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, Angela's was just grabbing her. Not really trying to do anything to her yet. Taylor's tried choking her. Joseph's did punch him in the chest. So now he's got like a broken rib or something probably, which his ribs got crushed. I guess Taylor is technically trying to burn. Taylor's trouble is trying to burn her because she's got fire skin essentially. So yeah, I can see where that's coming from. But what I definitely can tell is everybody who is getting close to death or has died, in the case of Angela, is dying the same way their doubles did, not just in 1600, but also in the 1970s. Taylor's double in the 1600s died in a fire, burned at the stake, and Taylor's double in the 1970s burned up in the house fire. Daniel's double died to spikes in both the 1600s and at the house fire in the 1970s. The professor's death in 1970 and in the past were both being crushed. You're right, I forgot about that. The father was crushed under the collapsing house while it was burning, and we saw obviously Joseph get crushed by the giant rocks. So, okay, let's put this into perspective and see if we can't like predict the future here. Daniel's double in 1970 died to spikes, and so did his 1600s version. Taylor died to a fire in both 1600 and 1970. The professor died to being crushed in both 70 and 1600. Angela died to drowning. Angela's died of drowning, or well, not drowning specifically in the 70s. She died of smoke inhalation, which asphyxiation, so same either way, in both 70 and 1600. Andrew's character, however, Andrew's double in 1970 survived the fire. We just saw that in the newspaper. So at this point, Andrew is likely to be the only one that technically survives because he doesn't die in 1970. We haven't seen what happens to him in 1600 yet, because in 1600 at this point he's still alive. We saw the professor's corpse double crushing him during the action QTE. Well, I didn't see that. Well, was he crushing him? I know he like punched him in the chest. But I guess he. Oh yeah, you're right. He was. He was laying on top of him before Andrew hit him with the sledgehammer. You're right. Hey, that's Taylor's tire. What she was just talking about. It's now hung up. Hey Taylor, your tire's out here. Now the camera pans out. There's Taylor's burnt corpse. Kill. Oh, there's the little girl. What was her name in the 1970s? Megan? Her name was Megan in the 70s. James and Anne, November 4th, 1948.
You're gonna want to see this.
That's the professor and Angela.
This is for real?
It's 1948. That's 30 years before the events of the 70s stuff. Well, I mean, I guess it could have been the same couple. They could have been married for 30 years. Is this... Wait a minute. Is this the house that they were in? Is this the house from the Clark family in the 70s? The Modern Guide to Successful Parenting, Dr. Andreas Vogel. We gonna open it up? Oh, we are. Right to the page that's important, of course.
Maybe if we'd had kids of our own, none of this would be happening.
Parents unhappy with their own upbringing can overcompensate. They might not want their children to feel the same as they do about their own parents. They yearn to be friends with their offspring, so parents accept theories that encourage love as a solution to conflict. This leads to the belief that if their children misbehave, they should not be angry or punish them, but instead indulge in ever greater displays of love. Ooh, I don't agree, but I'm also not an expert. Also, I'm never going to have kids. Spoiling a child in this way has grave consequences. Children become demanding and disagreeable. Parents suppress anger at their child's behavior, but cannot keep a lid on their frustration until they explode, frightening and confusing the children. The parents feel guilty at a loss of what to do, feeding a new cycle of misbehavior. The problem lies with parents trying to be patient while patience is exhausted and the child needs correction. They are indecisive or irresolute when firmness is required. If no one corrects him, the child will only escalate his behavior until his provocations become so serious that his parents snap. An eruption restores peace temporarily, but there is a danger in the aftermath. Parents who feel guilty at losing their temper forget to give their child time to endure his punishment. Instead, they attempt to undo the correction by easing penalties. Discipline requires consistency. Both parents must hold the line against a rebellious child, and punishments followed through. No one should one parent relax their discipline because of laziness or guilt, they leave an opening for a naughty child to exploit. Setting limits. Parents must set limits, and indeed, if child prefers his parents to be firm, providing they are also fair. This is essential training in getting on with other people. Blah, I can read, I promise. Without it, the child believes the world will conform to their demands and tantrums. Such spoiled children are often shocked by the real world and cannot cope in an environment where that doesn't indulge their whims, which is a huge problem in current life now that I think about it. Very, very, very topical. They face becoming unpopular or learning the hard way how to socialize with others. Oh wait, I can read more. Damn it. Grab it again. I'm done reading. There's more to read. More words. More words. Parents must actively intervene in establishing limits. A child that balks can be forced to do what's asked of them, whether it's stopping them from drawing or turning the TV off. A well-adjusted parent can stand up to their children while maintaining friendly relations. Be firm in the face of refusal or yelling. In time, the child will learn where the boundaries of acceptable behavior lie. Bad manners. As he progresses towards adolescence, a child is apt to lose his manners. He talks tough, leaves his shoelaces untied, and arrives at the dinner table with dirty hands. Many things are happening here. He's adopting models of behavior of other kids his age and asserting his independence. He's fine with his behavior. Parents imagine the child has forgotten all they've taught him, but he hasn't. He knows good behavior from bad, or he wouldn't rebel against it. Parents should understand that their child is growing up normally. Angry feelings from a child are normal. Parents should acknowledge these without excusing misbehavior. A child needs to understand the difference between hostile feelings and hostile actions. The basis of well-adjusted behavior is the ability to recognize feelings and decide how to act on them. Some boys may show no open rebelliousness, while girls show less bad manners than boys. Attentive parents can detect that a change of attitude. They may not see the rest of it. It's not important. So keep that in mind for all you who are going to be parents. Sure as hell ain't going to be me. Another revelation. Oh, wait, it's the same one. Never mind. Well, it was another... Oh, so I'm on the other side of... Okay. I thought it was a different item. Never mind. Moving on. Well, I thought I was moving on. Imagine being hunted by the undead and stopping to read about parenting. Yeah, that's what I just did. It's an important lesson for these college kids who will probably someday possibly get laid if they happen to survive this very, very traumatic event. Let's not open that door just yet. Probably not a good thing. Let's open this grandfather clock instead. A key! A lousy jump scare attempt. We're not going to grab the key. We're not going to bother grabbing this key. Okay. Who needs keys? Keys are for nerds. Letter from Reverend Carson, September 71. Reverend Leonard Carson, St. David's Church, September 9th, 1971. Dear Anne, thank you for your letter regarding Megan. I understand your concerns and assure you that your daughter's rebellious behavior is not unusual. I've helped parents with similar issues and would be happy to help with Megan's moral guidance. Hebrews 12:11 says that all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness. Please see me after the service on Sunday so we can arrange time for some personal instruction. I can't come out rocks crushing me. Damn. Ugh. So, in other words, you're saying you can't get your rocks off without getting rocks on. Bam. Hi, Jody. Welcome in. Anybody else got anything? What's this? Whoop. Hi, Black Rose. Welcome in. Good to see you, too. Happy Thursday.
They don't care.
Ah, I'm starting to see some connections here and remembering things. Remember when we saw the fire start at the Clark's house in 1970? There was a creepy hand standing behind Megan when she put the doll next to the lit stove. So is the little girl to blame? We haven't figured that out yet. What we know is that not a happy Thursday to me. Well, tell me all about it, Black Rose. If you want. No requirement. Thirsty Thursdays. What we figured out is that there's like three different time eras that we're looking at here. We've got current day, which is like 2020. Then we got 1975 or 6, somewhere in the mid 70s, and then we've got the 1600s. And so far we've seen everybody's character, every one of the main characters has a double that looks just like them in both the 70s and the 1600s. And everybody who died in the 1600s has died the same way in the 70s. And so far, they've died or almost died here as well. Angela, the older lady, she died to asphyxiation in both the 70s and 1600s. The professor died by being crushed by the wood of his burning house in the 70s, and he was executed by giant rocks on a panel in the 1600s. Taylor, the girl that's just to the left over here, her double died in a fire in 70s and was burned at the stake in the 1600s. Daniel, this guy here, he fell off of the house during the fire onto a spiked fence and impaled himself. And his 1600 double was executed by being pushed out of a church tower onto a spiked fence, impaled the same way. How'd they drown her in the 70s? Well, she didn't drown in the 70s. She still died from asphyxiation, but it was from smoke inhalation because the fire of the house, the smoke got in the bathroom, and she was locked in the bathroom. She couldn't get out. And so she died from smoke inhalation. So slightly different than Angela's body in the Angela's double in the 1600s, but it's still asphyxiation. Drowning, smoke inhalation, still choking to death. And so far in this game, we've in the current day, we have seen the doubles that were executed in the 1600s coming back and trying to kill the characters here with the same method that they died in. So, for example, using the Daniel guy here, his monster is here with a bunch of spikes in him and is trying to impale him with one of the spikes that is protruding from his body. Taylor here, her monster is trying to burn her alive. Has been like grabbing her, burning her skin, and so forth. John's, the professor's body, professor's double, is trying to crush him. And Angela died. She's already dead. Angela died, but it was because Andrew shot her. And she died essentially by choking on her own blood because she got shot in the throat. The reason Andrew shot her was there was one of the monster, Daniel's monster, essentially, was chasing us into the forest. And they turned around to confront it, and we couldn't see it clearly, or Andrew couldn't see it clearly, and took a shot at it, and didn't actually shoot the monster. It was actually Angela that was there, and Angela took the bullet to the throat, died from choking on the bullet, obviously. So I managed to get invited to a closed beta for a game, and since it's my first ever real time doing it, I thought the stuff I would do will get transferred to the game when it gets released fully, and sadly it gets wiped. What do you mean? What gets wiped? I saw you doing a demo, a beta. I saw your stream. I didn't get a chance to comment as I was busy doing other things, but I did see you, or your stream was about a private invite, or a beta invite. So that's catching you up on what was going on, Jody. If you managed to catch all that. I know I tend to ramble. Okay, I don't know what was out there to look at. Oh, there's Joseph's double. Or, well, it's John's double. Okay, so we've seen John's double so far, and Taylor's. Is this the front door? Yeah, why would we open that? Let's try the front door. Do we want to go up do we want to try the door, or do we want to try the stairs? Let's try the door first. We probably need to go up the stairs. If I can just find the door again. Did I check this? Oh yeah, I did. And this is, we looked out here yet? I don't think we have. No, we haven't. We're going to see Daniel's double out here. Yep, there he is. All the progress made in the closed beta gets wiped by the end of the closed beta, and when the game gets released, then I would have to start all over. Oh, I see what you're saying. They just save data. Well, that's kind of normal for a beta. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, but that's normal for most betas. Because usually betas have a lot of bug fixing that needs to be done. So trying to keep that stuff in would probably cause major problems if you to reload a save file. Yeah, it's locked. Okay, I figured it would be. That's still kind of nice that you got a beta invite to something, though. That's cool.
Be the girl. Let's go find her.
That's a lot of newbie questions. It's my first time doing a closed beta. Don't feel bad about that. Better to ask the questions than do something wrong. That's my purview on it.
What the hell?
Stay here.
I'm surprised the stream I know didn't get in. But depending on the developers, it could be just like random chance, random choices.
Hey, Bigfoot, mind the goddamn vinyl, will ya?
Andrew, what's going on?
So this was one of the records that Megan stepped on back in the 70s. Okay, that one sort of got me.
Confess all to the judge.
No, wait.
You protect me. You must.
Wait, this isn't right. No way.
I assure all gathered here today that our town will be free of the devil's grasp. Together, by God's grace, little
Possibly
hope
because
will
my
prevail.
numbers aren't that big.
My
It's possible.
word on it.
They may have wanted smaller streamers to play the beta
To finally rid ourselves of the
to kind of
evil
limit
that
the
has infested us
exposure
all,
of their
then we must
game,
act today.
which is kind of smart.
I accuse you, Mary, of witchcraft. What say you, Reverend?
The evidence, as discovered through my investigation, is beyond question. Mary uses her puppet as a familiar to summon and serve the devil.
So, no.
We have been
We're
deceived
talking about gaming
by a
betas.
child by her guise of innocence. This puppet was mistakenly used to denounce Tabitha, but it has always belonged to Mary and Mary alone. She allowed her own kin to be executed as she watched in silence.
That is not so. Liar!
Now this tainted child, this creature of Satan, has the marrow to accuse me, a man of God, of wrongdoing.
This is crazy. These people have lost their freaking minds.
It was never my intention to bring harm to this town or its people. Can you not help me?
What can I do? If I could do something to stop this, I would, but...
Now in her hour of greatest need,
I don't
this
see
child
how.
of the damned pleads once more for the devil's help.
I beg the court's indulgence. Please guide me at this time. I seek your counsel.
Okay. Weird that it's actually that Mary's actually being accused by Carver. I thought they were working together.
Madness is right here in this
Was
court.
it a bail audience? I've seen
Carver,
numbers drop
he's
to play the
evil
game.
one.
Why do you think that?
We have been swayed by malice.
When I saw of your game, it looked kind of like Genshin Impact as far as like its aesthetics. I know it's not, but it looked like it.
Urging us to believe in the devil.
Be silent.
This is all
You'll
his
not deceive
doing.
us any longer. Your true purpose is plain to see. I will see this town purged of all evil.
You're messing this up. Carver isn't the one you should be calling out.
What must I do to bring Little Hope back into the light? I fear the Reverend and what he is capable of.
Destroy the doll. Yeah, destroy the doll.
If it's the doll that's evil, then destroy the damn doll. Then you'll be rid of it. The Reverend is right to blame the puppet. That is what has cast its spell on Mary. Destroy it, and she will be restored, released from its curse.
If the puppet truly holds Mary in an evil grip, then let us destroy it. See if the child can be free from its spell. Reverend, burn the puppet. Destroy it.
We must not act in haste. The girl must face the full consequences of her deeds.
You're not focusing.
Questioning. Do as I ask.
That puppet is important to him.
You did everything you could. Don't blame yourself. None of this is your fault.
What?
That's it, right?
I figured that if the doll... And then that would be the end of it.
You made the right call. No way you could have seen what was going to happen. That accident is not on you. Whatever questions we still got, they won't be answered now. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
What's up? You okay?
Think we've seen the last of that kid.
What about the dudes outside though? Just like the 70s. Yeah, just like the Clark House, yep. Minus the creatures inside the house, though. Uh-oh. Well, he's dead. Apparently I did unlock one of his traits, so he died. I think I unlocked one of his traits, didn't I? Nope, I apparently did not. I swear I thought I did. Oh, it was Taylor? Yeah. Who was the other person? I got two people's. I think it was Taylor and somebody else. What? I had two people. Okay, I don't get it. But I got achievements for two people unlocked. Wasn't Taylor one of them? Taylor was one of them. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess... yeah, I guess I did say Mary, didn't I? Because they burned the poppet, they didn't go after Mary. I assume. He and the black guy, whatever, Vince is the only one left. Yeah, there's Vince.
I thought I might find you here. Whooping through the trenches, huh? Both of us been through some real tough time these past years.
What?
Nothing but ghosts left here now.
Oh no, that was his 70s version. Never mind.
You stay out of that place. This is what you had. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. About 10 minutes down the road, there's a diner and got a working phone in it. Don't come back. Ain't nothing here for you no more.
But what about the girl? Megan. The girl we've been following all this time.
We're diverting all traffic through Little Hope.
It's the bus driver.
You okay, buddy? You seem a little confused.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to get these folks to where they need to be.
Yeah, that's right. I knew there was nobody in the bus.
I doubt a short delay will trouble him too much.
Andrew was the bus driver? So he imagined everything that happened in Little Hope? And he did say he had a concussion, or, you know, he hit his head.
Can everyone just shut up? This isn't helping us find help or getting us out of here.
So this was all a delusion that happened after he had after he crashed?
Hi there. How you doing? Excuse me, but we're looking for our bus driver.
What?
Have you seen him?
Yeah, that's funny. Sounds like you could use a drink.
Better not, thanks. I need to keep a clear head. You shouldn't be drinking right now. I don't think it's a good idea.
Drinking's all I got left.
Anything you can do to help us would be greatly appreciated.
There's no goddamn us.
Hurry up!
What the hell is going on in there?
Get the hell out of here!
I'll go once I look you in the eye. Now let me in! Hey!
I don't think he gets how bad a mess we're in.
Oh, that's Anthony. There never was an Andrew or a John or Taylor. That's the guy that survived the fire the first time. Saved Andrew. Technically Anthony. So the rest of them never existed. There was no Angela. There was no Taylor. There was no Daniel.
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can get a different result. That's the problem with demons. If you don't lay them to rest, they will haunt you forever. Not a very happy ending. Or maybe it is. Depends on what makes you happy, really. And you eventually found him. The bus driver. Maybe he can now put the past behind him. Till we meet again. Maybe in the South Pacific, or the Arabian Desert, or somewhere else.
He's referring to the other games, obviously.
But we will meet again. At least one more time.
So, the only thing I'm curious about is why he imagined everybody on the bus to begin with. I get his head wound could have caused him to hallucinate everything that happened in the game. I get that. The witch hunt stuff that happened in the 1600s probably really happened, where the Were the monsters actually chasing them? No, obviously not. It was all in his head. That's why the monsters never attacked or injured Vince, the guy the guy in the hat. He didn't hallucinate. He had delusion. Maybe leads to nuance between the two. Whatever. He imagined it all. I don't get the only part I don't understand is why he assumed or what he the people in the bus. I don't know why he imagined them. But I get everything that happened after that. The crash and everything. He injured his head and imagined everything that happened after that. So as far as we know, John, Daniel, Angela, and Taylor, if they exist, they don't exist here. They didn't exist here. They were not here when Anthony was going through this whole thing. Even Andrew wasn't real. Andrew was his perception of himself. Hallucinations, you understand what you perceive isn't real. Delusion, the limit between perception and reality gets blurred. You believe your perceptions are real, or real perceptions, even if they're false. Okay, I get what you're saying. So he never shot Angela because there was no Angela. The monsters that were following him and everybody else weren't there, obviously. I'm going to assume, maybe the reason he thought people were on the bus is he is suffering from some form of PTSD from the watching his family burn and somehow surviving it. That's the only thing I can come up with. Obviously, the cars, the police car blocking the road was real. It was just really, really coincidental that they were blocking a road that led to a side road that led to where he lived. I don't think he imagined the cop or the cop car. I think those were real. I think. But it's just really coincidental that if they were real, that that actually happened. Anthony was Andrew's 70s counterpart. Right. Andrew was not real. Andrew was his own made up persona. Except since his current timeline never happened, yeah, Anthony just took himself as his younger self. Concussion caused him delusion, fueled by trauma called the survivor's guilt. Oh, okay. I didn't think about it being survivor's guilt. Yeah, that's true. Survivor's guilt, PTSD. I get that. So that means even the girl was a hallucination. The girl that was the girl in present time that was Mary's counterpart was the same one. I wonder. I didn't think about this connection. I'd have to go back and watch it again. But every time the girl appeared, was Anthony the only one that noticed it, or was the? Do you see what I'm saying? Was Anthony there every time, or did one of the other five notice the girl as well? You see what I'm asking? Was Anthony the only one, or Anthony or Andrew, the only one noticing the little girl? Yeah, Anthony and Vince were the only real people. Yeah, that I got after the end of that. That explains why we never found the bus driver, because Anthony, obviously, Andrew / Anthony was the bus driver. And the only connection I think that we have to the 1600s things the things happening in the 1600s was the fact that Anthony grew up in that town, so the history of that town was probably pounded into his head. So he knew about it all, and it was feeding his delusion. Even though there were a number of times when the other characters saw the events of the 1600s. That Anthony wasn't around for that. Like the times that some people got sucked into the past, like Angela and Taylor, for example. You know, Andrew wasn't around for all of those. That's probably just for the sake of game and story, to kind of keep throwing you off. But that was certainly interesting. I'm glad to know that they actually kind of brought it back to a quote unquote realistic event. I thought they were going to go with like another like supernatural creatures were the ones responsible, and these creatures were summoned by.
Absolutely not. We'll start believing. We are under attack by I don't know what. And you wouldn't believe me even if I.
Well, that girl is the one from the premonition.
Even I was there.
In Sumerian myth, they say the souls of the dead went deep underground to the House of Ashes, where they lived on dust and plagued.
House of Ashes is another one of the Dark Pictures. So, wait. Leave the solo story. So, wait. Andrew was saved from himself. Yeah, I figured that. So, that last card we picked up, was that just a teaser for the next game? I think you'd have a different, have an entire different story if you replay getting everyone out. Probably a different ending, yeah. I mean, I would assume. But also the game's experience would be different if we had co-op, because this game has co-op capability. And as you saw, as completed the game solo, there is an option to play as a second player, essentially, which you would see events from their perspective. Like, there were times when we saw, like, when we were Daniel and Taylor, and we were during our playthrough, we're following Taylor, and then Daniel just like disappears for a moment, and then comes out and he's like talking about what he saw happening and stuff. If we were playing co-op, whoever my co-op partner would have seen things from Daniel's perspective. And I'm assuming the times where we swap back and forth, mostly between Daniel and Taylor during those running scenes and stuff, probably wouldn't have been swapping back and forth. It would have likely just been me controlling Daniel and my partner controlling Taylor, or vice versa. Or there would have been another scene from the other person's perspective where maybe it was John and Andrew, and the game was swapping between them during a running scene, or something similar to that. Because after we got to the end of that running scene on the highway with, or the road, with Daniel and Taylor, we saw John and Andrew at the end of the road. So, different perspective if you play on the other side, but we're not going to get to experience that. Overall, it was kind of, I will say it was kind of a slow start. I mean, like I kept saying, Until Dawn had a rather slow start as well, but when it kicked up quick, and everything really started really being horror-y and scary and tense, and wondering what was coming up next. Jump scares were really, really good. Most of them anyway. The mystery was really unfolding and really confusing you and throwing you off as far as a first-time player. Makes sense after you look back on it. This game, it took longer to get started, and once the tense part started setting in, it still seemed like it was lackluster. I didn't feel like there was as much tension in this game as there was in Until Dawn. I know I keep comparing it to Until Dawn, but it's the only thing I have a comparison to. And honestly, like I said, throughout the game, the jump scares were practically telegraphed. And I don't think, I might have jumped maybe once, a slight jump to something. I can't even remember. But all the jump scares, even the ones where the girl or somebody grabs you and you go travel back to 1600, none of those grabs were supposed to be jump scares ever startled me. I was just like, oh, okay, this is happening. I mean, what? We know I'm not immune to jump scares anymore. I mean, we saw a few times that security breach got me earlier in the month. So I don't, the story is good. I will admit that the story is pretty good. I do like the way that it ended. It ended with the fact that you were the bus driver the whole time. The other 5 people didn't exist. You didn't actually kill anybody. Those people didn't actually get impaled or choked out or broken jaw or whatever. They didn't exist, so nobody actually died in this thing. I was kind of on the right track when I said that Andrew is going to be the only survivor, because Andrew was the only one who didn't die in the house fire. Everybody else in 1970 died in the house fire. The little girl, the father, the mother, the brother that was on the roof, and the older sister. They all died in the house fire. Anthony ran in, but obviously survived because, there he is there. So, for a interactive narrative game, not bad. 1600s, it's 1600. Yeah, Andrew's duplicate in the 1600s was the only one that survived, with the exception of the little girl. And I think we did something about that. I think when we told the Reverend to burn the poppet, it saved Mary, I think. But as far as, let's see, as far as Megan is concerned, Megan, we never really saw anything happen to Megan in the Delusion. Once we got to the house, Megan disappeared. She went upstairs, and when I did the upstairs scene, that's when everything else happened. We didn't really see the girl again. We don't really know what happened to the delusion that was the little girl. I don't think we saw anything happen to her. If we did, I must have missed it. But as far as, regardless of the events going on, everybody died, yeah, sure. But Andrew, I called it early that Andrew was going to survive because he survived the fire. And like you said, in the 1600s, he did not succumb or get killed to any of the executions from the witch trials. I did not anticipate him being the bus driver, though. That was a twist that definitely did not expect. So yeah, I mean, I think it's not a bad game. I don't know if it's not a bad story. I think it could have been. I think it just. I don't know. It just seemed to be really dragging. It seemed to be really slow. Just like, I don't know. It never really took off like I was expecting it to. That's all. That's really my only complaint. But yeah, that's going to do it for Little Hope. Not going to do the next Dark Pictures game next. We are going to start Parasite Eve 2, because Little Hope was supposed to be the palate cleanser between Parasite Eve 1 and 2. So we're going to start Parasite Eve 2 tomorrow. Or, well, next time I stream. I should be streaming tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't, but whatever next stream will be, it should be Parasite Eve 2. So that's going to do it for this stream tonight. Thank you so very much for coming out. I hope you all enjoyed that. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you so very much for watching this. If you want to check us out live, we are live on twitch.tv/Commander Krim. If you're watching here on Twitch and you want to catch up on what you might have missed during the stream, the VODs will be uploaded over there on Twitch. Will be uploaded on YouTube, rather, as well. As always, a special appreciation goes out to the men and women of the United States military, both at home and overseas, as well as police officers and firefighters across the country. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. You're all true heroes. As I said, I'll see you all likely tomorrow, likely for Parasite Eve 2. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.